In this video, I'm going to show you how to install n8n in your local computer completely for free using something called Docker. So what is Docker? Docker is a tool that lets developer package apps into their dependency into lightweight containers so they run the same anywhere on a laptop, server, or in a cloud. It's fast, efficient, and ideal for consistent deployments. We're using Docker. It's free. You can test your workflows unlimited amount of times. You don't have to worry about making mistakes, spending credits. You can test whenever, as long as you have internet on your computer and it's on, you can test as many times you want. Because if you go to the n8n pricing page, it is $24 a month if you get the monthly plan. And you only have a limited amount of execution every single time. So only 2,500 execution, whereas if you install this for free in your end, it's completely for free. So let's get started. This is the Docker homepage. So you don't have to worry about anything else on the Docker page at all. You don't even have to sign in. All you have to do is download here, hover over this, download to your device, choose your device, and that's it. And then we're going to install into our local computer. So while your Docker is downloading in the background, let's check out how does Docker work. So for Docker, you are going to create an image. An image is like a snapshot of the application. So in this case, we're using n8n, which you will pull from GitHub. For the image that you just created, you're able to create multiple containers for that image. So a container is like an instance of that application of n8n. You can have an instance for one client. You can have an instance for another client. You can keep the environment, the saved workflow separately. So that's a pretty cool thing about Docker. So let's check this out. So your download should be done right now. Now that you just open up Docker, you're going to have this welcome Docker screen asking you to sign up. You don't have to sign up at all. You don't have to mess around with the sign up page at all. Just press skip. That's all you have to do. Skip. You will never have to sign in when you're using Docker. So this is what your Docker screen should look like. When you just exit out of the sign up screen, you will go directly to the image. So make sure that you're at the image tab. And then you will search images to run. From here, you type in n8n. And how do you know which n8n to choose? It should always be the first one. When you hover over it, you should see over 100 million download. That's when you know that it's the correct one. So over here, n8n IO n8n, you click on pull. This will download the n8n image into your Docker. Now that your image has finished downloading, you click on the Run button, and this option to create a new container should pop up. You click on Optional Setting. Now let's fill this out. For a container name, you can fill out whatever you want. Call it a YouTube n8n. For your port, you can put whatever number that you want. We're just gonna put 5, 6, 7, 8. For the volume, this part is very important because this is where you're going to save all your workflow and your credentials locally onto your computer. So I already created a folder on my desktop for that. So I just created a folder called n8n data. This is where I will save all my workflow at for this container. So I'm going to click on that, select the folder. Now this will point to that folder. So next up is the container path. This will always be the exact same thing that I'm typing right now, /home/node/.n8n. So what does this do? It's like a default directory for n8n. When it's running inside of a Docker container, it stores all of your n8n important data, including your workflow, your credential, and your setting. So if you're using your Docker and you're mapping this volume right here, it ensures that your data stays persistent throughout. Even if you update your n8n, you delete your container or reinstall, it will always be there. And so that's it. And you click on Run. From there, this will create a new container inside of Docker. So you will see all this information. All of this doesn't really matter. What matters the most is once you see all of this is completed, you should see a button at the bottom that says open up your local host. Should be right there on my screen. I'm gonna move over. You should be able to see it right there on the screen. You click on that, that will open up to a new web browser. So on that web browser, you will see this beautiful sign up screen. From here on, you can just fill out the information. Now, the information that you enter in here will not matter at all. If it will not create a new n8n account on the official website. This is only for local use, but you still have to remember your email and the password that you chose to sign up with. So that's very important. So we're gonna do like test email. We're gonna do a fake name, boo, who, and for password, remember your password just in case. And that's it. And we press on next. From here on out, we're just gonna fill out their information. Let's say we're gonna do it for education. What role best? I'm a business owner. Automation, my team. How big is your company? 1,000 people. Where do you hear on n8n? Google. So we get started. Paid feature forever. You can send, you can skip. It doesn't matter at that point. So now, congratulations, everybody. Congratulations, pat yourself on the back. You just installed n8n locally. Let's see, we're gonna test a simple agent. It's gonna give us a workflow for us to test, and that is it. Look at that. Say hi, open that, open the chat. Look at that. Now you have n8n installed locally. It's that easy. Now some quick tips before I go. So right now your n8n is still running. It will continuously run as long as your container is running. So right now, if you still see that stop sign, that means that your container is still running right now. To officially quit your n8n, you need to click on the stop button. Now that will stop it from running in your Docker. So when you go to your container, again, you click on that container, you will see that your n8n has stop. So let's say you restarted your computer and you want to run n8n again. Make sure you're at your container, and then you would go to the run button, click on start, and that will begin your n8n. Sometimes it does take a while depending on your computer for the n8n to completely load. You know, once it loads, when you see that local host ready to go right there on the screen, if you see that, that means that your local host is ready. When you click on that, your n8n browser will open to that. So that is it. Well, that's the tutorial for n8n. If you have any questions, let me know down below. If you want to learn more about AI automation and keep up with the AI news, join the free newsletter down below in the YouTube description. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on AI news or AI automation news because I'm going to give you guys updates every single day. Thanks for watching.